Hey everybody, it's Kate from Ordinary Equality. For Women's History Month, I wanted to tell you about one of my favorite people, Polly Murray. Polly Murray was a legal scholar, public intellectual, founder of the National Organization for Women, and was credited by Ruth Bader Ginsburg in her first brief to the Supreme Court in Reed versus Reed for creating the legal theory that got women for the first time into the Constitution.
I am inspired by Mary Ann Shad Carey, who is the first Black woman to become a publisher in North America and the first woman to become a publisher in Canada. She established the newspaper, The Provincial Freeman, in 1853. As an abolitionist and a women's rights activist, she helped recruit escaped slaves to Canada. She helped recruit Black soldiers to fight in the Civil War. And after the Civil War, she became a teacher, educating students across the country. And at the age of 60, she wasn't done. She earned her law degree at Howard University and became the second Black woman to do so. Mary Ann Shad Carey, we are so grateful for your legacy that continues to inspire activists, journalists, publishers, teachers, and lawyers.
I'm Julie Sternberg, here with Evie Hallam. We're the co-hosts of the Book Dreams podcast, a podcast for everyone who loves books and misses English class.
A woman who inspires us is Elizabeth Blackwell. She and her sister were the first and third medical doctors in the United States. They also opened a women's medical college, and they opened a hospital that only served women and was staffed only by women.
We love Elizabeth because she was obstinate and brilliant and not at all nice. You can learn much more about her and her sister Emily on episode 42 of Book Dreams.
Hey guys, I'm Allie.
I'm Jen. We are the hosts of Two Girls, One Podcast.
And the woman that we want to talk about today is Florence Pampin.
Parpart?
Parpart. Well, the reason we don't know is because nobody knows about this badass.
That's right. She's sort of anonymous in history in that we only know about her through census and her patents. And the reason that's interesting is because she invented the refrigerator.
She invented the modern day electric refrigerator, which all of us use very often in quarantine. Right. So the next time you're going to get a little snacky snack, think of Florence.
Thank you, Florence.
I'm going to get one right now.
Hi, I'm Ashanti Golar, the host of the Brown Girls Guide to Politics. A woman who's a first that I want to lift up is Deb Holland. She was one of the first Indigenous women elected to Congress in 2018, and she's the first Indigenous person to be nominated to be a United States Cabinet Secretary. She isn't just a first, she's one of the ultimate trailblazers, and she'll go down in history as one of the best public servants and servant leaders that our country has had.
I am Dr. Nzinga Harrison, host of In Recovery podcast, and a woman who's a first in history that inspires me every day is Dr. Rebecca Lee Crumpler. She was the first Black woman physician in the United States, awarded her Doctress of Medicine degree in 1864 from the New England Female Medical College.
Alyssa and I are both so inspired by one of the first women on TV who made us feel
like we could do anything.
Or say anything.
To anyone.
That we could literally do or say anything to pretty much anyone.
And sure, she flipped a table and went to prison and body slammed her boss on a couch, but say what you will about Teresa Giudice, she inspires us to unapologetically be ourselves,
to never give up,
and flip tables for what we believe in.
So my two women are the Drong Sisters, aka Hai Ba Trong in Vietnamese. And they were sisters who basically stood up against the patriarchy. They took back their land of Vietnam after it fell out of their hands. And they showed that through intellect, through action, and through passion, you can fight for what you want. And they also rode on elephants. That's badass. I love them. They inspire me.
Ooh, ladies first, ladies first. Queen Latifah. She is the very first woman in hip hop to ever receive an Oscar nomination. But bigger than that, first of all, shout out to Newark, New Jersey, Brick City. We're both from the same place. But Queen Latifah has reached the highest heights in entertainment while maintaining an authentic vibe and energy. She's honestly to me one of my role models because I too want to reach the highest heights of my profession while being completely myself.
When I think about a woman who was the first who inspires me, I can't think of anyone besides Charlene Hunter Galt. You may not know her name, but I grew up listening to her story. Charlene was one of the first 2 African American students to integrate the University of Georgia, which was my alma mater. Charlene was so courageous and so brave, and she walked onto that campus in 1961 and made it so that I could walk onto that campus 40 years later and thrive.
Hi, everyone. My name is Anna Lehmann, and I'm the former executive director of the Women's Suffrage Centennial Commission, which created the Magic Sash podcast. I'm so inspired by Jeannette Rankin, who was the first woman elected to Congress in the US. Jeannette was actually elected in 1916, 4 years before women would be guaranteed the right to vote by the 19th Amendment. Just after starting her first term, Jeannette said, "I may be the first woman member of Congress, but I won't be the last." Happy Women's History Month.
It's hard to pick just one woman who I want to highlight this month for Women's History Month, but one woman who accomplished a first, who I think is really inspiring, is Harriet Quimby. She was the first American woman to get her pilot's license. And before that, she was a journalist and she followed her passion to do something incredible. Happy Women's History Month.
All right, happy Women's History Month. You know, we are talking about badass women who did it first, and I can only think of the great Connie Chung, the first Asian American female to sit behind a national news desk. I wouldn't have a career without her. So I want to take this moment to celebrate the intelligent, the beautiful, the amazing Connie Chung.
Hi, I'm Mariah Smith, host of Spectacle, an unscripted history of reality TV, and a female first that inspires me actually includes a few women, women like Audra McDonald, Halle Berry, Viola Davis, who were the first Black women to win certain awards in their categories at shows like the Emmys, Golden Globes, or Tonys. And it really shows me that there is still work to be done, but if you keep working hard and set your goals high enough, the sky is truly the limit.
You may know the names Watson and Crick from their discovery of the double helix of DNA, but you may not know the name Rosalind Franklin. She was a chemist who, before Watson and Crick made their discovery, actually took a photo of the DNA double helix and really paved the way for Watson and Crick. So Rosalind Franklin is my inspirational woman who, in thinking outside the box, changed the way we view science and our bodies today.
Hey guys, I'm Tara Palmieri, and I'm the host of Power the Maxwells, an investigative series into Robert Maxwell, the father of Ghislaine Maxwell. And when I was a little girl, I loved history, and I was really taken by the story of Molly Pitcher. I love this story of a woman giving out pitchers of water to men on the battlefield in the Revolutionary War, and sometimes firing off a cannon. And now as an adult, it just reminds me of how far we have come and how far we're going still. But yeah, it's great to think about Molly Pitcher and how she inspired me as a girl.
Hey guys, I'm Lindsay Zarniak, host of The Artist and the Athlete. So athletes like Patrick Mahomes here truly inspire me, but really it's the women who have been trailblazers in the industry of sports broadcasting that I look up to. Leslie Visser is one of those women. She has held several different roles and positions as a female in sports, from being one of the very first women to work in an NFL locker room. She's awesome. She's a mentor. She's a friend. So thank you, Leslie. And here is to generations of amazing female sports broadcasters to come.
Hi, I'm Molly Bloom, the host of Brains On, which is a science podcast for kids. And there are so many amazing women in history who've inspired me, but one whose work I think about the most every day almost is Linda Ellerbee, who is an amazing, intelligent, very cool journalist who started Nick News, which was the first way that I came to understand the world and to understand news. And the way that she was able to talk to kids and present information to us in a way that made us feel respected and honored will always be an inspiration to me.
Women who inspire me. First to inspire me in 30 seconds. Here we go. Cleopatra, Edith Wharton, Amelia Earhart, Marie Curie, Hillary Clinton. I don't know. I'll pick Coco Chanel because she freed us of corsets. Here we go.